Jordi, your team was able to cut into the deficit. What would you say were some of the difference makers?
Yeah, I think it was all defense. The first half, you look at those 76 points, and it's just pretty atrocious from the ball pressure to everybody else behind, communication. We were not in place, and our efforts were even either too late or too much, never on point. And then in the second half, we just corrected all that. You see it, 47 points in the second half in the NBA. You give yourself a chance. And I felt we took wide open shots, and even we missed a couple of free throws, and we couldn't make it all the way through. But we gave ourselves a chance and competed, and that's very positive. So a lot of the good things, that's what I want to take and go into the next game and play for 4 quarters, not defense for 2.
With the long travel day and having to adjust and balance with that, in what ways did you see that affect or show up in the matchup? Yeah,
I think they went through the same, so no excuses. Obviously, it affects your rhythm, it affects your routine, that's for sure, but don't want to use it as an excuse. And the NBA is an unbalanced schedule, and we all know there's back-to-backs, there's travel, there's a lot of games coming at you, and you cannot have that in your mind. Otherwise, it's just you're not going to get better. So is it a reality? Yes. Can you fight through it? Yes. Never an excuse.
For Yegor, on a night like tonight where the three-point shot isn't falling, obviously that's been his main strength, but when that shot isn't falling, what are some of the other things that you'd like to see him do to be able to make an impact out there?
Yeah, obviously, touching the paint, making the right play, cutting. I think the Atlanta game, I said it. He got cut to the paint 2 or 3 times, and I think he scored 2 out of 3. So all those things, all that movement is important. He's a big target too, just like Mike, and he creates attention with a cut and then the re-space, and he's got to keep shooting. I like all his shots. He actually made a big one in the 4th and looked good because he's confident, and even if he missed 5 of them, he'll shoot the 6 and he will make it, and he just did it. So he's got to keep going. Sometimes it will go in, sometimes it will not go in. Other things that he can do is the cutting, touch the pin with the ball, find sprays, find the rim, get to the free throw line. So all those things are one step at a time, but, probably want to see more of that.
Seems like the Mavs use their veteran experience to their advantage during many times throughout the game, especially Chris Middleton, getting his shots going up. How do you think that kind of reflected in the final score where the Mavs kind of used that veteran experience against a younger team?
It's a good question. I don't know how to value that. I don't know where, how can I see that? Obviously, those are great players, Chris Middleton and Klay Thompson, and they're older than our roster, right? So you go probably in their 30s compared to 19, 20, 21, 27, 24, whatever it is. And, it's just experience, but I thought our guys fought, so I'll never look at that like that, and I will never use age as an excuse. Those guys are very good. They prove it for many years, and it's great, but our young guys are very good, and they'll go through it, and they'll give themselves a chance, and they did tonight, so I'm proud of the way they fought.
Obviously, Mike has shown that he's a more than capable rebounder, as has Nick. But, at his size, for him to go through a game like this without any rebounds and Nick to only have 4, just how much more do you need from them on the glass?
I think that their average for the season is 7.3 each one of them, or 7 point something. So, like you said, we're missing 10. And sometimes, there's games that they're going to get 10 of them, right? So we missed them grabbing those rebounds. What the reason is, I don't know, because I'll watch it on film. Do I need them to grab more rebounds? Yes, but until I don't watch film, I don't know. They're great rebounders. It happened today. I still think they're great rebounders. They proved it, both of them.
Terrence brought the group together in Atlanta, then followed with one of his better offensive games in a while. What are your thoughts on the way he stepped up tonight?
Yeah, Terrence's leadership has been amazing, and his voice has grown, and he's been more comfortable with it. He knows now he's not the younger guy anymore, and he brings the group together every event that we do outside of practice, or whether it's a dinner or like what he did yesterday. I think that's very important for us moving forward, for chemistry, for growing together, for getting to know each other, building those relationships. And I think T-Man has been amazing. Like, whether I ask him to start, he does it. He comes off the bench, or when he doesn't play. So ultimate pro today. He had a great game. He helped us close the gap right there in the fourth, and I was very happy for him, and well deserved.
So Nick has had these games before this season where he puts up really good assist numbers, and then there are other nights where it seems like he really puts up the rebounds. He's a little more concentrated on defending the rim. Is there a world where you think he kind of ties those things together, or does each matchup kind of present or unlock a different side of his game?
Yeah, I think there's always, like growth and improvement. And today, like the 9 assists and 16 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. Like we just talked about, would I like more rebounds? Yes. I still know that he's a very good rebounder. Then when I watch the film, I can figure out why that didn't happen. We lost on the second chance points, but it's not a crazy number. 13 second chance points is not an outrageous number. But at the same time, not grabbing rebounds doesn't help us go the other way and run. So, I like the game that Nick had, pretty efficient at the rim, and 70%, and the 9 assists is great. A lot of times the assists depend on your teammates making the shot, whether it's a layup or a 3. So I like to look at the potential assist better than the assist, because that's the shots that you create, and I don't know that number. So, like I said, always there's growth. We would always want a triple-double for him, because he's more than capable, and he's shown it. And if he gets close, that's what I aim for him, because that's, like how good I think he is.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.